As you saw in the first chapter, we're showing you all the evolution of this great project at SYA Spain, renovating a new space for the program at Paseo Pamplona. In this chapter, you'll get more information about the architectural characteristics of the new site and the long-term benefits of this new purchase.
I'm Alvaro Avila. I teach here art history and history of Spain at the School Year Abroad. In this case, I'm here because I'm the voice of the faculty in the construction of the new school, the new site of School Year Abroad Spain. Well, now in the new building where School Year Abroad Spain will move in few months. And this building is very important in the history of Zaragoza for many reasons. The first reason is the changes that in architectura were at that time. Before that time, in 19th century, the architectura was one style, and that time architectura changed and many styles were together. One of these styles was eclectic, and this building is a very famous example of eclectic style in Zaragoza. Eclectic means a mix of styles. At that time, the architect, in this case his name was Marcelino Secorum, decided to mix many styles to build this building, where we can see Baroque details, Art Nouveau details, French details, Spanish details, that create this wonderful building where we are now. The second thing that is, reflects the change in the social structure, because at that time bourgeoisie was the most important class in social life in Zaragoza. Before was the church and rich people, but now the bourgeoisie was in power, so they decided to build nice building to live in and to express their new situation in the social structure. And the third thing, because this building is important, is because it's located in the new town of Zaragoza. When in the old section of the town, the casco was old, there are many churches, narrow streets, so the bourgeoisie decided to move to a new town, and they designed large streets, avenues, trees, parks, squares, where they decided to build their buildings. So School Year Abroad has decided to choose one of these buildings who shows the change that Zaragoza beginning in the 19th century, and a change that Zaragoza is still having. After that, we have many changes in Zaragoza until now, and as an example of the new town we have now and where School Year Abroad Spain is.
Why should School Year Abroad own any of its properties? We've been operating in Spain for 45 years and haven't had one, and it's worked out pretty well. But now we're at a stage in a time where we've had the opportunity to buy our own property, and we've been looking here in Zaragoza for over 12 years since we came here, and so it's very exciting that we're going to have a building that we can call our own, and that we think, in addition to giving us all the extra space that we need and can use, it comes at a time when we think we can do it very economically, and it'll, in the long run, amount to significant savings financially as well for the school.
I think it's very important that SYA does have ownership of its various schools. I think it gives a permanence, particularly because today there are study abroad programs all over Europe, and particularly in Spain. It's a very popular place for Americans and British people and other people from the north of Europe to come and study. And so it's very important to differentiate oneself from the competition, and I think SYA really needs to understand that it is a competition. And fortunately for SYA, it's been in the race since 1965 in Spain. And so we've had a big head start. But having said that, you have to look at what we have to show for it. And the move from Barcelona to Zaragoza was very positive in terms of finding a Spanish-speaking headquarters for the program and for the students to come to. But at the same time, we don't have as much history in Zaragoza. And so by buying not just a normal building, but a building on the main intersection of the two main roads in the modern business district of Zaragoza, it really creates a very strong statement. In March of 2009, I was fortunate enough to be able to come here with other leaders of SYA to take a look at various properties. Griffin Morse had sent me some email photos of 5 or 6 that he thought were the best, and Griffin had spent 4 or 5 years searching the local market. I immediately sent him back an email saying that I thought the property above the bank was the best, but reserving judgment to see them all. And from the second I set foot in the property, to me it was clear that this was the home of SYA.
This trip has been incredibly helpful because we've actually finalized the layout of the new school, which is a huge step. So we know where all the classrooms are going to be. For the rest of today and tomorrow, we're going to be working on picking the materials, selecting the flooring, the lighting, how we're going to finish off the lockers and closets. But it's a fantastic layout, and then we're going over the budget and waiting for the contractors to give us their proposals, and we're taking it from there. So we need everyone's help to make this a reality.
There's still time for lots of people to get involved in this project. We're in the throes of it now. We'll be building out over the next several months. And speaking of building, there will be some bills to pay. We've made great progress in raising money for about, we're up to about 50% of the cost of the work, and we hope maybe by the time it's done, we'll be up to 100%.
That's all for now, folks. Please don't forget to stay tuned for the next chapter.